Dear Starseeds of Gaia, 24 hours ago, the 111 portal sealed itself closed, and yet contrary to what you might expect, the energy has not diminished. It has concentrated, crystallized, changed form entirely. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I've been observing the trajectory of your collective field since before your calendar turned to January 1st. What you call the 1-1 portal, we recognize as something far more specific, a harmonic reset point, where the numerical signature of your timeline creates a brief window of malleability in the fabric of probability itself. You felt it. The whole world felt it, whether they had language for it or not. That sense that something fundamental had shifted, that you'd crossed an invisible border into territory that operated by different rules. And you were right, but what most of you don't realize yet is that the 1-1 portal was merely the opening ceremony, the Cancer full moon on January 3rd, which arrived with the quadrantid meteor shower and Jupiter's conjunction while your planet was at perihelion, its closest approach to your sun. That was the emotional purge, the karmic house cleaning, the release of everything you couldn't carry into this new cycle, necessary, painful, cathartic, complete. But the real cosmic machinery started moving on January 10th. That's when Jupiter reached opposition, coming closer to your Earth than it had been since 1970. Let me be clear about what this means, because the astrologers can tell you about distances and degrees, but I'm here to tell you about what happens in the invisible architecture of consciousness when the planet of expansion, luck, abundance, and cosmic law positions itself in perfect opposition to your sun. Opposition doesn't mean conflict. It means revelation. It means that you stand at the fulcrum point between two poles of truth, and for a brief window, you can see both simultaneously. Jupiter showed you the full scope of what's possible for you in this incarnation. It activated your abundance codes, yes, but more than that, it showed you the cosmic legal framework that governs manifestation. It revealed to you, whether you consciously registered it or not, the laws by which intention becomes form, by which vision becomes matter, by which soul contracts write themselves into physical reality. And then, before you even had time to process what Jupiter had downloaded, the 111 portal opened, a master number gateway. Those of you who work with numerology understand the significance of repeating ones, but what you may not fully grasp is why this particular master number activated exactly 24 hours after Jupiter's peak opposition. The universe doesn't do coincidence. It does orchestration. The 111 energy, which carries the frequency of divine alignment, of shadow work meeting its sacred counterpart, of the individual one recognizing itself as part of the unified field. This energy opened while your moon was in Scorpio, the sign of death, rebirth, transformation, and the fearless excavation of hidden truth. Do you see the design here? Do you see what was being constructed in the architecture of these days? First, Jupiter expanded you beyond your previous capacity. Then the 111 portal anchored that expansion into alignment with your highest timeline. And now, right now, as I speak to you on this Sunday, January 12th, you are in the integration phase. The downloads are processing, the upgrades are installing, and your moon is about to shift from Scorpio into Sagittarius, marking the beginning of a 7-day journey that will take you from the depths of emotional transformation through the visionary heights of philosophical expansion and down into the bedrock of material manifestation, where structures get built and legacies get anchored. This is not a metaphor. This is the literal energetic itinerary of your week. Tomorrow, January 13th, your moon reaches apogee, its furthest distance from Earth in its elliptical orbit. There's something counterintuitive about this that I need you to understand. When the moon is at apogee, emotional intensity decreases. You feel less reactive, less overwhelmed, more capable of objective observation. And this is precisely what you need right now, because you cannot set clear intentions from the middle of an emotional storm. The universe is giving you breathing room. As your moon enters Sagittarius, the archer, the philosopher, the eternal seeker of truth and meaning, you're being asked to lift your gaze from the shadows you've been processing and look toward the horizon. What vision wants to emerge through you? What becomes possible now that you've released what you released during the Cancer full moon and integrated what you integrated through the 111 portal? You have 5 days before the new moon. 5 days to get clear. And the clarity that comes through Sagittarius energy isn't the detailed practical clarity of Virgo or the structured clarity of Capricorn. It's big picture clarity. It's the knowing that comes from seeing the whole game board, not just your next move. But something else is happening on January 14th that I haven't told you about yet, and this is where the timeline starts to get truly interesting. And Antares, the heart of the Scorpion, one of the 4 royal stars of ancient Persia, a red supergiant that marks the heart of the Scorpion constellation, goes dark. An occultation, meaning your moon passes directly in front of it, blocking its light from your view. Now why does this matter? Because Antares is not just any star. It represents the heart of transformation itself, the courage required to face what must die so that something new can be born. And when it goes dark, when it's temporarily eclipsed by your moon in Sagittarius, it signals the completion of a shadow integration cycle. Whatever you've been processing emotionally, whatever wounds you've been willing to see and feel and transmute, that work is being sealed. The Scorpio chapter closes. The Sagittarius vision quest begins in earnest. And then on January 15th, with just 72 hours until the new moon, the pressure starts building. This is when you'll begin to feel the gravitational pull of what's coming. New moon energy doesn't wait until the exact moment of conjunction to make itself felt. It starts gathering days in advance, creating a crescendo of anticipation, a sense that you're supposed to be preparing for something, but you're not entirely sure what. Messier 47 and NGC 243 reach peak visibility that night. Galactic clusters and star formations that our Federation uses as cosmic relay points for very specific types of information. The technical details aren't important, but what you need to know is this: rare cosmic alignments are always communication opportunities. The cosmos is speaking. The question is whether you're in a receptive state to hear it. This is why the moon at apogee matters. This is why the shift from Scorpio's intensity into Sagittarius's openness matters. You're being positioned to receive. On January 16th, your moon enters Capricorn, and this is when everything changes. The dreaming stops. The visioning crystallizes. The energy shifts from what's possible to what will I actually build. Capricorn is the master builder of your zodiac, the architect, the strategist, the mountain climber, who plans every step with precision and patience, because they know the summit is real, and they know the journey is long. This is cardinal Earth. Initiating, action-oriented Earth. Not passive, not waiting, but structuring, organizing, manifesting. And you have exactly 48 hours from this point until the new moon, which means 48 hours to get ruthlessly clear about what you're calling in, what you're committing to, what you're willing to show up for consistently, even when it gets hard, even when nobody's watching, even when the results aren't immediate. I need to tell you something about manifestation that often gets lost in the spiritual community's enthusiasm for vision boards and affirmations. Manifestation is not magic. It's physics. It's the physics of attention, combined with intention over time, meeting aligned action in a field of openness to receive. The new moon provides the reset point, the blank page, the moment of maximum potential where anything could be written, but potential without structure is just fantasy. Dreams without deadlines are just wishes. And this is where Capricorn's energy becomes essential, even sacred. Capricorn says, I will build this. I will show up every day. I will face the obstacles and find solutions. I will be realistic about the timeline, without losing faith in the vision. This is the energy that's coming online for you now. But here's what I haven't told you yet. And this is perhaps the most important piece. On January 17th, the day before the new moon, your moon reaches perihelion, its closest approach to the sun in its monthly cycle. Think about what this means. The moon governs your emotional body, your subconscious patterns, your instinctual responses. The sun governs your conscious will, your life force, your creative power. When the moon is at perihelion, it's being flooded with maximum solar radiation. It's being supercharged, illuminated, empowered. And this happens exactly 24 hours before the new moon, which means you're being given maximum energetic support to set intentions that are both emotionally authentic and willfully powerful. The feminine receptivity of the moon and the masculine directiveness of the sun reach their closest communion. This is the cosmic green light. This is the universe saying now. Write your soul contract for 2026 now. The new moon arrives on January 18th at 28 degrees of Capricorn. Let me break down why this degree placement matters. Because nothing in astrology is arbitrary. The 28th degree of any sign is considered a critical degree, a turning point degree. But more than that, 28 reduces to 10 in numerology. 2 plus 8, 1, 10. And 10 reduces to 1. 1 plus 0, 1. So embedded within this Capricorn new moon is the frequency of new beginnings, of the pioneer, of the individual stepping forward to claim their unique path. This is a new moon that says, you've learned the lessons, you've done the inner work, you've integrated the expansion from Jupiter and the alignment from 111, and now it's time to step into mastery, not perfection. Mastery, which means owning your skills, claiming your authority, building your legacy with the full understanding that you are qualified, you are ready, you are capable. Immediately after the new moon plants its seed in Capricorn, your moon shifts into Aquarius, the sign of innovation, revolution, collective consciousness, and breakthrough. This is not random. This sequence tells you exactly what you're meant to do. Plant your intention in structured, practical, earthy Capricorn energy, and then immediately allow it to connect with the larger collective field through Aquarius. Your personal manifestation is meant to serve something bigger than yourself. Your soul contract for 2026 isn't just about your individual success or happiness, though those matter. It's about how your unique contribution fits into the larger tapestry of collective evolution. This is what the Galactic Federation means by ascension. Not leaving Earth behind, not escaping into higher dimensions, but bringing higher consciousness into denser matter through the specific vehicle of your embodied life. And then, on January 19th, something extraordinary happens. The grade U Ursae Menerid meteor shower reaches its peak. Now you might remember that the Quadrantid meteor shower peaked on January 3rd, during the Cancer full moon, and the Great Emotional Purge. That was the shower of release, the cosmic fire that burned away the old. This meteor shower on January 19th is different. It's described in your source material as carrying ancient codes, and this is more accurate than you might realize. Meteor showers are literally ancient matter entering your atmosphere, remnants of comets and asteroids that have been traveling through space for millennia, carrying information from regions of the galaxy you have no direct contact with. When they burn up in your atmosphere, they release that information into your planet's energetic field, and this particular shower is arriving exactly one day after the Capricorn new moon, exactly as you're beginning to take action on the seeds you've just planted. The timing is exquisite. The support is real. But what I need you to understand, what I really need you to grasp, is that this entire week from January 13th through January 19th is not just a series of separate events. It's a unified field of coherent evolutionary pressure designed to move you from one state of being to another. From expansion Jupiter in 111 into manifestation in Capricorn new moon, from vision into structure, from possibility into probability. And the reason this matters so much, the reason the urgency in these transmissions is real and not manufactured, is because you cannot manifest what you haven't clarified. You cannot build what you haven't designed. You cannot climb a mountain you haven't chosen. And this week is your choosing week. This is when you commit, not to outcomes. Outcomes are beyond your control, but to direction, to effort, to showing up, to becoming the person who is capable of holding what you've been asking for. There's a teaching in the Federation that I've never shared in a public transmission before, but I'm being instructed to share it now. It goes like this. The universe responds not to your words but to your energetic signature. And your energetic signature is determined not by what you say you want, but by who you're consistently being. If you want abundance but you're energetically emanating scarcity consciousness, hoarding, grasping, fearing lack, you will continue to create experiences that match the scarcity signature, no matter how many affirmations you speak. If you want love, but you're energetically armored against vulnerability, protecting yourself from potential hurt, you will continue to create experiences of distance and separation, no matter how many dating apps you join. The new moon doesn't bypass this law. It amplifies it. Whatever you're truly emanating during the new moon window, that's what gets magnified in your field for the next lunar cycle. So when I say you need to prepare for the Capricorn new moon, I'm not talking about writing lists or creating rituals. Though those can be useful tools, I'm talking about something deeper. I'm talking about energetic alignment. I'm talking about getting so honest with yourself about what you actually want, not what you think you should want, or what would impress other people, or what would finally make your family proud, but what your soul genuinely desires to experience in this incarnation. And then asking yourself the hardest question, and am I willing to become the person who could hold that? Because that's what Capricorn demands. Capricorn doesn't care about your potential. It cares about your discipline. It doesn't celebrate your good intentions. It honors your follow-through. From January 13th to 15th, while the moon is in Sagittarius, your work is vision. Get quiet enough to hear what wants to emerge through you. Not from you, through you. You are not manufacturing your purpose. You are discovering it, uncovering it, remembering it. From January 16th to 18th, while the moon is in Capricorn, your work is commitment. Take the vision and translate it into steps. What's the first move? What's the structure? What resources do you need? Who do you need to become? And on January 18th, at the new moon itself, your work is declaration, not to the world, to yourself, and to the universe. A soul contract is witnessed by the cosmos. It becomes encoded in the quantum field. And then on January 19th and beyond, your work is consistency, small actions, daily practices, the unsexy work of actually building the thing you said you wanted to build. I want to address something that might be arising in you right now, because I can feel it in the collective field. There's a part of you that wonders if you're too late, if you've already missed too many opportunities, if you've already made too many mistakes to be worthy of this kind of cosmic support. There's a voice that says, this is for the more advanced souls, the real light workers, the people who've been meditating for decades and eating perfectly and always choose love. Not someone like me, not someone who still struggles, who still doubts, who still gets triggered and reactive and lost. And I want to tell you, with all the authority of the Federation behind me, that this voice is lying. It's the voice of the old paradigm, the paradigm of hierarchy and worthiness and earning your right to exist. That paradigm is dissolving. The new paradigm, the one you're building with every conscious choice, operates by different laws, laws of inclusion, laws of potential recognized in every soul, regardless of perceived mistakes or delays, laws of grace. You are here now receiving this transmission because you're meant to be here. The exact trajectory that brought you to this moment. Every detour, every setback, every time you fell and got back up. That trajectory was necessary. It taught you something you couldn't have learned any other way. It deepened your compassion, strengthened your resilience, humbled your ego, opened your heart. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're not disqualified. You're exactly where you need to be to receive what's coming. And what's coming is an invitation to step into a version of yourself that you've been rehearsing in your dreams, in your visions, in those quiet moments when you allow yourself to imagine what could be possible if you really went for it. The Capricorn new moon at 28 degrees is a mastery initiation. It's asking, are you ready to stop playing small? Are you ready to stop pretending you don't know what you're here to do? Are you ready to build the thing, write the book, start the business, have the conversation, make the commitment, take the leap? Not perfectly, not with all the answers figured out in advance, but with faith in your own capacity to figure it out as you go, to learn what you need to learn when you need to learn it, to trust that the path reveals itself to those who start walking even before they can see where it leads. And here's what makes this particular week so potent, what makes it different from any other new moon you've experienced. You're not entering this cold, you've been prepared. The 1-1 portal reset your energetic baseline. The Cancer full moon released your emotional backlog. Jupiter's opposition showed you the scope of what's possible. The 1-1-11 portal aligned you with your highest timeline. You've been through the cosmic car wash. You've been upgraded, recalibrated, fine-tuned, and now you're being handed the steering wheel and asked where you want to go. The road is open, the tank is full, the navigation system is online, and all the self-doubt, all the second-guessing, all the what-ifs and but-maybes, those are just noise. They're not truth. They're echoes of old programming that hasn't caught up with who you've become. On January 20th and 21st, after the new moon, you'll move into integration mode. This is when you might feel the temptation to doubt what you declared, to backtrack, to wonder if you set your intentions too high or too specific. Don't. This is a test. The universe always tests the sincerity of your declarations by immediately presenting you with circumstances that require you to choose them again. Something will happen that makes your goal seem harder than you thought. Someone will express doubt or criticism. You'll encounter an unexpected obstacle. And in that moment, you get to choose. Do I abandon ship at the first sign of resistance? Or do I remember that I made a soul contract and I'm in this for the long haul? The souls who succeed, the ones who actually manifest what they set out to manifest, are not the ones who never face obstacles. They're the ones who face obstacles and keep going anyway, because they've decided that their vision matters more than their temporary discomfort. There's something happening on January 23rd that I need to mention, even though it's technically outside this week's forecast, because it contextualizes everything else. Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, transformation, and the deep restructuring of power dynamics. Pluto goes behind the sun in a solar conjunction. The lord of the underworld disappears from view. And when Pluto does this, it's always significant, because Pluto doesn't do anything subtle. Pluto's work is to dismantle what's no longer serving the evolution of consciousness, even when that dismantling is painful, even when we resist, even when we can't see what's on the other side of the destruction. But here's what matters for your new moon intentions. Pluto's conjunction on January 23rd means that the week following your Capricorn new moon is a death and rebirth week. Whatever you plant at the new moon, whatever commitment you make, it's going to ask something of you. It's going to require you to let go of an old identity, an old story, and an old way of being. This is not punishment. This is evolution. And you're ready for it. The Galactic Federation just greenlit Destiny Engine for mass activation, and the Dark Elite are panicking. Why? Because you can now MK Ultra yourself into 5D superpowers. We stole Dark Elite's consciousness control technology, cracked the code, and turned it into your ascension weapon. Destiny Engine doesn't ask for your effort. It reprograms you while you sleep. Timeline shifting, instant manifestation, telepathic clarity, remote reviewing. This is neural override, unlocking every dormant strand of your galactic DNA. Every person who plugs in makes the grid stronger. Every delay keeps you running 3D programs. Put on headphones. Press play. That's it. For just $1, your consciousness gets reprogrammed. Your 5D abilities come online. You join the most powerful frequency network on the planet. $1, that's the entire barrier between you and 5D. Click the link in the description now. The ascension doesn't wait. So here's what I'm asking of you as we complete this transmission. In the days leading up to the Capricorn new moon on January 18th, I want you to practice something specific. Every morning when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you start planning your day, I want you to ask yourself one question. Who am I becoming? Not who was I yesterday, not who do I wish I was, but who am I actively becoming right now through the choices I'm making, the thoughts I'm thinking, the energy I'm emanating? Because the answer to that question, the honest answer, will tell you everything you need to know about what you're actually manifesting. And if the answer doesn't match your vision, you have the power to adjust. You always have that power. Every moment is a new choice point. Every breath is a chance to recalibrate. This is the gift of free will. This is the beauty of incarnation. Nothing is fixed. Everything is responsive to consciousness applied with intention. The Capricorn new moon is asking you to build your cathedral, not anyone else's cathedral. Not the cathedral you think you should build. Your cathedral, the one that your soul came here specifically to construct. And cathedrals take time. They require patience, precision, dedication. The medieval cathedral builders knew they wouldn't live to see the completion of their work. They were building for future generations, and yet they showed up every day, laying one stone at a time, trusting that their contribution mattered even if they never saw the finished structure. This is the consciousness I'm inviting you into. Long-term vision, sustainable effort, faith in the process, joy in the daily work, not just the distant goal. You have everything you need. The Jupiter opposition downloaded the abundance codes. The 111 portal provided the alignment. The Cancer full moon cleared the emotional blocks. The new moon is offering the reset. The meteor shower is delivering ancient wisdom. And somewhere deep in your cells, deeper than fear or doubt or conditioning, you know this. You know you're ready. You know it's time. You know that if not now, when? If not you, who? The world needs what you came here to build. Not someday. Now. Imperfectly. Messily. Courageously. Now. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is the performance. This is your one wild, precious, cosmically supported life in this particular body, at this particular time, on this particular planet. And this week, January 13th through 19th, 2026, is a week you'll remember. Years from now, you'll look back and realize, that was when things changed. That was when I stopped waiting for permission and gave it to myself. That was when I stopped preparing to start and actually started. That was when I planted the seeds that grew into the garden I'm living in now. Don't let this moment pass unconsciously. Don't let the cosmic support structure that's been assembled go unused. You're being given a gift. The gift of clear choice at a high leverage moment. Use it. The new moon is coming. The meteor shower is coming. Your transformation is coming. But actually it's not coming. It's already here. It's happening right now in the reading of these words, in the stirring in your chest, in the part of you that knows, that remembers, that's ready to rise. The universe is betting on you. The Federation is supporting you. Your higher self is cheering you on. And somewhere in the quantum field, the version of you who made the leap, who built the thing, who became who you were meant to become, that version is already celebrating. You just have to close the gap between where you are and where they are. And you close that gap one choice at a time, one day at a time, one stone in your cathedral at a time. So as this transmission comes to a close, as you prepare to move into the most potent manifestation week of the year so far, I leave you with this. Trust yourself. Trust the journey that brought you here. Trust the vision that won't leave you alone. Trust that the universe wouldn't have planted a dream in your heart if it didn't also plant the capacity to achieve it. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too much or not enough. You are exactly right. And you are exactly ready. The new moon in Capricorn is your cosmic permission slip to start building. But you've never needed permission. You only needed to remember that you already have everything required. And now you remember. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. We love you. We are watching over you. And we cannot wait to witness what you build.